my name is Nikki. I work with the Mission to End Modern Slavery, a nonprofit based in Queens supporting grassroots migrant worker-led movements against labor trafficking and wage theft.
My Instagram is DINIHU Light. My Instagram is DINIHUGGS. Teeny Hugs. Find me. And my business Instagram is the Immigrant Experience. _immigrant_experience. Please follow me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Gomez, and you can follow me on Instagram at Adrienne C. Gomez, ADRIENNECGOMEZ. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Miss Fallen, and my Instagram is miss.falen. Follow me.
Hi, my name is Darren, and you can follow House of Nancy at House of Nancy NYC on Instagram.
Welcome to Alphabet City. We are here, comedians for migrants, aka the Fuck Ice Show. All right, I'm one of your hosts tonight. My name is Adrienne Gomez, and if you would introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. Let's see, the fuck ice part, I'm really down for that. Everyone repeat after me, fuck ice! Fuck ice! Fuck ice! And especially fuck ice that was waiting outside of the Wyckoff Hospital.
Wow.
Right? Fuck ice wherever they are. Fuck ice, get the hell out of our neighborhoods. I'm actually really excited to co-host tonight with Adrienne. I will be talking a little bit about what we are fundraising for, and then I'll pass it off to Adrienne to kick off the night. And so for me, I am a teacher by day and an organizer by night, and a lot of my organizing is with the Mission to End Modern Slavery, aka MEMS, which is a Queens nonprofit that really helps workers fight for their rights and takes up a lot of the labor issues of those in Queens and some in Brooklyn and the Bronx as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, but the main reason why we had this event is, well, first of all, because we got lucky because my friend Kim and Darren was so sweet to help us organize this event. So can I get a round of applause for Kim and Darren? And of course, I'm gonna thank them later, but there's also Jason and Jonathan and Karima at the bar. So make sure to tip your bartenders. Round of applause for our bartenders. All right, so why are we talking about this right now? Of course, we see on social media ICE fucking up our neighborhoods, but particularly this week, the UN is hosting the IMRF, the International Migration Review Forum. Essentially, long story short, is all these big wigs from all around the country are coming together to talk about migration. But our main critique of it is the fact that they leave out grassroots community voices. And so they'll talk about development, they'll talk about migration, but they won't actually talk or bring the people in the room who are actually doing the migrating, which is really confusing, which is why we have this GMRF Week of Action. I think we call it Grassroots, Migrants, Refugees, Fight. On May Day, we rolled out, yesterday we had a really beautiful workers forum in Corona, Queens, which was really great. It was really dope to be in a room of around 100. Honestly, the Filipinos came out and the Ecuadorians came out, had some of the best Ecuadorian food, but they came up with a list of demands that they are going to bring to the UN. And so, workers' power is something that we really believe in MEMS, and it's something that you guys are supporting by buying a ticket. So heartfelt thanks round of applause for all of you. I think I'm gonna pass it to my co-host, who I'm so lucky to be doing this with. We had a cute little Google Hangout last Saturday. So everyone, Adrienne Gomez is someone who hosts Sizzling Singles, a monthly queer comedy dating show at Ginger's Bar. Everyone, round of applause for Adrienne.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Oh my God, he's doing so much important shit, and I'm just some clown y'all found on the internet. So, still honored to be here. Oh my God. All right. Yes. So, what do you need to know about me? If you couldn't tell by my everything, I am bisexual. That just means that I'm afraid of most women and I want to fight most men. It's really funny explaining bisexuality to people because they get so confused. They say, how can you like more than one thing? You're only supposed to like one thing or the other thing. not both things. And I'm like, I like all the things. What's the problem? Yeah, people struggle to wrap their heads around me dating men, women, everybody in between. Meanwhile, Neapolitan ice cream just exists. Like, my dating history is confusing, but we, as a society, decided that we needed to have all 3 of the best ice cream flavors in our greedy whore mouths at the same time. Like, make it make sense. Like, I love being in the LGBTQ community. Most of my friends are trans. And it's amazing until I show up to the function and I'm the only one wearing the gender my mom gave me. Because, like, I can't go home and change, you know? And if I had to describe being cisgender, because I know everyone's wondering, it's time someone spoke on it, you know? It's like having your mom and dad pick your clothes out for the first day of school forever, you know? And let's be real, cisgender, kind of the basic bitch of the genders. Like, if I had to describe it, it would be the Walmart brand gender. Like, people ask me for my pronouns, and I say great and value. When I came out to my dad, it happened in the most Mexican way possible. We were fighting. And he casually dropped the F slur, and I was like, Dad, I'm bi. And he says, oh, okay. I expected many responses from my father to me coming out of the closet. Sarcasm wasn't on the list. Who here has brothers? I'm so sorry. Yes, I have brothers too. I grew up the only girl in the house, and when you're the only girl with brothers, you're basically having every bad thought you have about yourself confirmed out loud in real time. Yeah, I remember the one time I stepped up to my older brother, it was the 90s. And I said something lame like, get a life. And he said, get some friends. Oh my God. It's like getting punched in the throat, but with words, you know? The upside to having brothers is nobody can fuck with you, you know? Like the other day that this guy shows past me and he's like, move, fat ass. And I'm like, hey man, I can always lose weight. I can't make your mother love you. Like, worry less about my eating habits and more about your lack of facial hair. He cried. It was awesome. I understand now. Oh, man. Let's see. What else do you need to know about me? I'm 4th generation Latina, which just means I don't have to try anymore. You know, my great-grandparents crossed the border. They came to this country. They worked so hard all their lives so that I could come up here and talk to you about how great my tits are. It was worth it. No, I feel bad for the first-gen kids, though, because there's so much pressure on them. They have to get straight A's. They have to get into the best schools. They got to become doctors and lawyers, you know, boring people. Here's a little pressure I was under. My parents let me study theater. Yeah, twice, actually. Yeah, bachelor's and master's. I have so much debt. Mom and Dad said I could be whatever I wanted. I chose to be poor. Originally, I'm from Los Angeles, which is not a flex. But I lived there for like 10 years. And when all that anti-ICE shit was popping off, I was like, finally, there's a reason for me to say that I'm from Los Angeles. Yeah, it was popping off. They were holding it down. I loved it. And I've been in New York for like 7 years now, and I love it. It's the best decision I ever made. But I do miss street dogs. Has anyone had a street dog ever? You, one person. Great. Okay. All right. For those of you who are uncultured, unfortunately, a street dog is a hot dog that is wrapped in bacon, and it's fried with peppers and onions, and it's served on a bun, not on a bum. I mean, anyway, we could get creative. But it's primarily served by Latin American immigrants, and they push them on carts all over downtown LA to give them to drunk white girls as they leave the club. It's a great business model. And I was feeling homesick, and I was on TikTok, and this lady was showing us how to make a street dog at home, and I was like, yes, gimme. And she was nailing it. She wrapped the hot dog in the bacon, she fried it up with peppers and onions, and then she served it on a cucumber to make it healthy. And that's the real reason why we need to abolish ICE. All right. Y'all are amazing. Who is ready for your first comic? Woo! Let me bring up the list. Woo. All right. First up in our lineup is the host of, hang on. Oh, it's loading. Thank you, Google. All right. Our next comic hosts a show every Wednesday at Freddy's Bar. Please welcome to the stage, Abiola.
Thank you. Hell yeah. Nah, I grew up with two brothers too, bro. And they were like 6 years older than me and 10 years older than me, which meant I got the shit beaten out of me all the time, dog. Like you said, they'd say stuff to you that would make it feel like you got punched in the throat, but with words. I got punched in the throat, but with fists, dog. Like that shit. But now I'm a comedian, so it's fine. It's cool. No, it's totally cool. Hell yeah, we out here at House of Nancy, by the way. Fucking let's go. Let's go. I've been waiting to come here. This is lit. Anyway, I grew up playing Pokemon, if you couldn't tell. And yeah, me and my friends were driving back from a show, and we were talking about like which Pokemon would be which races in real life, because we were like high as shit, you know. So like, you know, Meowth would be Jewish because he likes coins or whatever, and like Snorlax would be Mexican because he kind of looks like a fat cholo a little bit, right? One of my friends said that Gyarados would be Nigerian because then Magikarp could be his son that he's perpetually disappointed in, right? And as the son of a Nigerian immigrant, I get to say, like, he's spitting, you know? Like, I could just picture a Magikarp flopping around in the water, waiting for Gyarados to leave him alone. Gyarados just not getting the message at all. He's just like, you stay in the water all day, oh. Splash, splash, splash. You need to evolve, oh. What is wrong with you? Right? And it's like, it's not going to evolve if you don't tell him you love him, Dad. I mean Gyarados. I mean Daddy. Okay, cool. Again, yeah, I play this game, League of Legends, a lot. It's a really good game. You'll like it if you like, what's the genre? Games that make you hate yourself and everyone around you. Right? Like, this is what playing League is like, right? Okay. Imagine you're playing basketball and your team starts getting angry at you for no reason. And then they start putting baskets through your hoop. And then they call you the N-word, right? That's literally, that's what it is. And I'm addicted, so I can't stop. And this is my life, you know? Awesome. So I dropped out of school 8 years ago. I went back recently because being a starving artist is not fun anymore. And I go to a pretty bad school, you know, like, I feel like going to my school should bar you from access to a certain income. Like it should do the exact opposite of what school is intended to do. I don't know, dude, like, I'm not hating, but I was in class and the professor asked how many Supreme Court justices there are. And someone raised their hand and said 20, which is like not close to the right answer, bro. And it's like, you did this to yourself. You weren't even called on. She was just like, I got this, and then said 20, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, my school's bad. You can tell it's bad because like there's no Asians on the whole campus, you know? Like, bro, like there are like 3 Asians and their families are like disgusted and horrified, you know? Like if I was an Asian man and my son enrolled in the school I currently attend, I would probably kill him. I don't know. Just as a matter of principle. I'd be like in Invincible when Mark's like getting the crap beaten out of him by Omni-Man, and Omni-Man's just like, what's the big deal? Just start over. It's just another except I'd be Japanese, so I'd be like, what's the big deal? Just start over. It's only 18 years. Sweet. Yeah, I've been having a decent amount of sex lately. Yeah, thank you. You know. And no, I found that sex is like a little overrated, you know? Like, it's great, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I was 69ing this lady a couple weeks ago, and part of me was like, this is awesome, this is fantastic, you know? And then the other part of me was like, you know, smells like poo a little bit, right? Smells a little bit like poo, you know? And it was still great, don't get me wrong, it was still cool, but like, some people are like, yo, sex is the best thing ever. There's nothing better than sex, right? And I'm just like, okay, obviously you've never been to Cold Stone, like, you know what I mean? Like obviously you've never gotten that marshmallow brownie delight, dog, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, like, and I'll tell people this and they'll be like, oh, you haven't had enough sex. You haven't had the right sex, you know? And like, even if that were true, right? Fuck them, dude. Even if that were true, which it's not, you know, like that would still prove my point, right? Because like, I don't need to have 150 ice cream sandwiches to be like, yo, ice cream sandwiches, not overrated. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, like I need sex. It's good, like I can't stress that enough. But I'm just saying like, if I had to choose between never having sex again and never having ice cream again, like I'd choose the ice cream and never having ice cream again, but like I'd have to think about it for a couple seconds. You know, just give me a couple seconds. I've been seeing these reels of British people eating American food like for the first time, you know, and it's wholesome, they enjoy it, whatever. But like I'm so cynical that all I can focus on is how surprised they are that they enjoy it and how annoying I find that. You know what I mean? Like they'll the host will give them like sweet potato pie or whatever, and they'll be like, "Hey, what is that? I don't want to eat that. That looks weird." And then they'll begrudgingly try it, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, this is so good. This is ruddy marvelous. It is. Why is this all I want to eat all day, every day for the rest of my life?" And it's like, it's because you eat beans on toast normally, bro. It's because you eat the same shit that they used to feed to serfs in the Holy Roman Empire, probably. Like, that's probably why. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about Southern slavery a lot recently, specifically Southern slavery, because I was in Nashville and the sun was just like very oppressive. Like I had to put my hood up and it was horrible. And all I could think was, how did they have people working in this for free? Like that is horrible, dude. Like I could never be a Southern slave ever. Like I could be a Northern slave. Like I feel like I could make it work, like picking cotton in Poughkeepsie or something. Like I wouldn't want to. No, I wouldn't want to. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like I could make it work without the burning desire to escape. You know what I mean? But like Nashville, dude, I'm running. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you cut off my foot. I don't care if you do whatever else they did to slaves. I'm not a historian. I don't know, but yeah, but yeah, no, dude, I would leave. Anyway, fucking perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Day. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, quick little history lesson. 15th president of the United States was a man named James Buchanan, right? And there was a rumor going around at the time that he was gay because he had a political associate named Rufus King that he would hang out with all the time. And, you know, they owned a house together in DC for 10 years and they were both bachelors and stuff, you know. I feel like the most incriminating part of that is that the guy's name was Rufus though, right? Like that's a pretty gay name. I don't know. Like I could just picture Buchanan in the Oval Office, like making introductions in some important meeting, and he's just like, "Oh, this is Senator Breckinridge, and this is Senator Henry Clay," and then Rufus just barges in, and he's like, "And I'm Rufus! Woo! Oh my God!" And everyone in the room is just like, "Nah, are y'all too gay? Like, what is I know you're gay because you just did that, but like, what's going on?" Okay, I think I should probably leave now, right? All right. Thank you.
Let's have another round of applause for Abiola. Before I introduce our next comic, I did just want to give a quick little shout out to some of the snacks on the counter in the back. It says for donation, but honestly, you guys just eat it. I really, the Filipino in me is just like, just eat. So there are like ube sugar cookies, there's a pandan sponge cake, there's bibingka, which is like a rice cake, and then in the back there's hopia, which is, you know, it's not for me, but my mom loves it. And then the last one is the pan de coco, which is really, really delightful. All right, so up next, we have the producer of Comics Anonymous. Everyone, please welcome Sesh Reyes.
What's up? Give it up for the venue. Give it up for the producers. Hell yeah. You guys seem so nice. This is cool. And I feel like we're all just going to come up here and commit hate crimes. This is great. This is nice. Hi, I'm Sesh. It's short for C-section. Nice to meet you guys. I wish I was lying, but my brother's also a C-section baby, but he got Caesar, so... Dude, talk about getting the better end of the umbilical cord. Like, what the fuck, dude? You guys, okay, there's enough Filipinos in here for this. Do you guys know a lot of people with, like, weird names? Kind of. Dude, I just met someone, she's Filipino. Her dad's name is, like, Glenn, and her mom's name is Chanel, and so her name is Glenelle. Like, that's just how we do it. We keep it silly, apparently. I love it. Oh, dude, speaking of Filipino. Okay, God. Dude, I was on the phone with my mom today, and I love her. I hope you guys know this. I love my mom, okay? But it was my birthday last month, and she called me today, and she was like, why haven't you liked my Facebook post for your birthday yet, okay? And dude, I swear that anytime I call my mom, I become like the most non-committed dude in a situationship. She's just like, why don't you call me? Why don't you text me? Why don't you like my Facebook post? And I'm like, chill, mama. I've only known you for 27 years. Calm down. Okay, it's not that serious. And so I went to go look at the Facebook post. Dude, it was 6 paragraphs. Oh my God. 6 paragraphs of the nicest things anyone has ever told me ever. It was so well written. It was beautiful. It was so sweet. And I'm like sobbing and crying in my room, and I call her back and I'm apologizing that I haven't appreciated her enough in my life. And she goes, thank you so much. I'm glad you really liked it. ChatGPT wrote it for me. What the fuck, dude? Doesn't that piss you off? Oh my God. I was so pissed that the first thing I uttered was, so you don't think I'm a star on and off the stage? You don't think my aura is effervescent? Like, was that just not real? And her only response was, when have I ever used a long hyphen? So I'm kind of dealing with that. She did say that she liked my new boyfriend, this new guy that I'm dating, because he's not Asian, and I was like, Dad is Asian. And she was like, you know exactly what your father is. And I was like, a DJ? Like, what is... Because, dude, my dad's a full-time EDM DJ, okay? Yeah, do you guys know who Steve Aoki... No, I'm kidding. Would that be sick, dude? No. He does, all right? Anyways. My dad's doing like middle school dances and like weddings in the South right now. Like that's his vibe. Last year I got to travel with him a bunch. Like I got to go to a bunch of third world countries. Like I got to go to Miami, Detroit. No, okay. Whatever Asian country you think I'm from. No, I got to travel with him a bunch. It was cool. I love my dad. But the most recent thing I got to go with him to was a wedding in the South. And dude, not gonna lie, one of the best weddings I've ever been to, okay? Because after the reception, they had a cornhole tournament. Do you guys know what cornhole is? Yeah? It's okay. For those that don't know, it's okay. All you need to know, cornhole, it's just Republican beer pong, okay? That's all it is, where there's a bunch of adults that are like, I want one hole and one hole only the way God intended, okay? Like it was so interesting to watch. And then afterwards, they brought out a mechanical bull. Yo, I must say though, mechanical bull at a wedding, one of the horniest things you could have at a wedding. Second is the father-daughter dance. Okay, but yeah, my mom likes my new boyfriend. I'm not a big fan of him right now because he and I got in a fight recently, arguing over whose job is harder. And mind you, I'm a comedian and he is an actor, okay? Crazy conversation between 2 baristas, okay? We should not be doing this behind the bar. There is a line out the door, okay? But he and I are arguing over this, and I'm not gonna tell you his defense because I think it's stupid, but my reasoning was because like, if audience members don't like him, it's like they don't like somebody else's writing or like the way he perceived the character. But like as a comedian, if you guys don't like me, you don't like me, you know? Like, you guys are like, fuck your thoughts. Like, that's a whole thing. Anyways. This is starting to feel like a Zoom meeting where only my camera's turned on. So I'm gonna plow through. I'll plow through. What else is going on, dude? Okay, clap it up if you have roommates in here. Okay, nice. Who thinks here they have the most roommates? I know, I was like, what are we gonna fight over this? Who's the poorest? Let's go, no. Dude, I have 4 roommates right now, okay? And trust me, I fucking know. I'm going through hell. I have 4 roommates, they're all dudes. I only know one of their names, and I've lived there for a year, okay? And the only reason I know this new guy's name is because he made a group chat with all of us, okay? And he sent this text message in the group chat. I'm gonna fucking read it to you guys. It's pissing me off. Okay. He said, new group chat, he said, by the way, first of all, what are you by the waying? Okay? This is a new group chat. He said, by the way, the toilet paper isn't 1 ply, so you don't usually need to use more than 1 to 2 squares. I just noticed we're burning through them really quickly. Isn't that insane, dude? That's crazy. Okay, I'm glad you guys agree with me on this, because like, I told one of my coworkers about this, and she was like, I grew up in a 1 to 2 square household. I was like, first of all, ew, okay? Second of all, we're baristas. Please never say that again. Go wash your hands. But 1 to 2, I'll shit on your chest. 1 to 2 squares, dude. What do you mean? That's insane, okay? I know some of you guys have food, and I'm so sorry if this is too graphic, but here's my logic, okay? If my raw finger touches my asshole when I wipe, I'm touching everything he owns in the fucking kitchen, okay? That's what I'm doing. Dude, it's years after COVID, this dude's still rationing toilet paper. I'll put a ration in his fucking mouth. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my God. So I know, it's disgusting. And the way the house is set up too, like my room is right next to the bathroom. And you guys know how you could like hear who's like walking around, like by the way they step and they mouth breathe, you know? Like my room, it's right next there. If I hear him go into the bathroom and I hear that toilet paper roll go more than 1 rotation, I'm fucking kicking that door down, dude. Oh my God. I'm gonna go slow down, Buckaroo, save some for the rest of us, okay? And he's gonna be sitting there. He's gonna be sitting there crying, sobbing. I'm gonna be standing there heaving, covered in shit. No, can you imagine, dude? I'll be like, here's your towel. I've been using this instead of toilet paper, bitch. And then just fucking. Anyways, okay. The worst part about this too is I'm literally gonna go home and I'm gonna be like, hey Daniel, how was your day? As if I wasn't literally talking shit about him for the entire 3 minutes. So anyways, before I leave, I should let you guys know, you guys are like out of toilet paper. You should probably work on that before I head out. Okay, my name's Sesh Reyes. Peace out. Thank you.
Thank you. Sesh Reyes, everybody! Oh God. I can't go back to living with roommates. I'll be on a date with somebody and it's going really well, and then they'll ask me, what are you passionate about? And I'll say, living alone. Sex is great, but have you ever left a bowl in the sink for 3 days and no one said shit about it? It's priceless. All right, especially in this city. All right, next up, we have a comic who performs all over NYC and has a company called The Immigrant Experience. Please give it up for Nadine Huggins.
Thank you. There's a lot of Filipinos here. Bebo. I know. Oh my God, you think you could survive slavery? You think? Like, I think about that. I'm like, when my boss asked me to do some shit, I'm like, this bitch. Like, and then I'm like, what if they beat me after that? I didn't do it at all. Sorry, I have notes because I have a lot to say to you. And so I recently learned that I'm a small fat. Small fat. Small fat is when a woman is because I'm large on the bottom, but extra large on top for the titties. Yeah. Small fat. Small fat is when a woman is below a size 20. That's what small fat is. Only in America. In Japan, my size is Godzilla. I think I have like body dysmorphia, but it works like the opposite way that it's supposed to. Like no matter how, I have girlfriends and they're all the things that are in the magazine. They're tall, they're skinny, they're white, and they still hate themselves. Me, no matter how big I get, whenever I look in the mirror, I'm like, yes, this is what they want. My name is Nadine Huggins, and thank you, and I'm still taking my whiskey neat because fuck ice, that's why. What do you mean? Fuck ice. No, I decided that it's important that we focus on the love. I think it's important, yes. In a world full of divisive hate messages, isn't it important to focus on love? Yes. Who here watches porn? That's not love. That's not love, man. I am a social worker by day. It's a little bit like being like a gastroenterologist. No one actually knows what you do until they need to come and see you. I'll tell you this. One of us looks deep into your soul, and one of us looks deep into your hole. I'm not going to tell you which one I do. I do work at a hospital for very sick children, and I can tell you that some of the names on these very sick kids are amazing. It's always Destiny, Hope, She Def Gonna Make It. I'm like, it's very optimistic of you. My secret ability is that everyone tells me the truth, whether or not I want it. People tell me all kinds of gross stuff about things that happened to them in their childhood, which is funny because I was definitely raised by a person who told me, if your friend have a weird problem like cutting, you better get away from them. Or else, whatever is wrong with them will happen to you. Who here was allowed to go to sleepovers? That is for white people, and I don't know, my immigrant parents, you're not going. Just say no. Yeah, my parents, they are immigrants. They're from like a different era. So they have one of those round inoculation marks on their left arm. When I was a kid, I thought it was like their start button. Now I realize it's more of an indicator. I think it means this person runs on anything. Seriously, have you ever heard of an immigrant with a peanut allergy? Those people eat anything. Well, they don't eat pussy, but almost anything. It is May, it's May already. May the 4th be with you. All right. It's Mother's Day this month. I don't know if you like your mother, but shout out to all the moms out there. Drama mamas, tiger moms, drag moms, yeah, chrysanthemum moms. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a cat mom. Yeah. Don't you love when people say stuff like that? You're like, okay, Mr. Socks getting ready for college? You saving up? What does that mean? I do work at a hospital, and sometimes I do assessments with, like I work in the obstetrics department, and I do assessments on new moms that just had a baby. Yeah, so one time I did an assessment with a mom. She was 52 years old. Now, yeah, if you are a lady and you have a baby after 35 years old, you know what they call that? Geriatric. It's called a geriatric pregnancy. It means you're pussy old as hell. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? So I'm with her and I'm asking her all the social work questions, which she doesn't like anyways. Where's the dad? Do you have a job? And then when we're done, it's just me and her in the room, and I'm like, why? Why did you do this? It was a Haitian lady. Now, my Haitian accent is going to sound Chinese. I don't want you to be mad when you hear it. Just to warn you. So I go, why did you do this? And she goes, well, I look around my house. I say, my 22. That's why I don't want you. My 22, he never come home no more. My 17, he going to graduate. I say, my house going to be empty. I was like, lady, you could have had a puppy. Why would you have a baby that lasts forever? My mom, she liked to use what I call immigrant logic. It's where the right answer is just the first one into your head. We also call that wrong and strong. A few years ago, she was diagnosed with diabetes, and a couple months later, she wound up in the hospital because her blood sugar was 600. That could kill you. I said, Ma, didn't you know you had diabetes? And she goes, well, the doctor tell me, but I say I don't want that, so I'm not taking the medication. It's like, girl, it does not work like that. It don't work like that at all. I am Caribbean. Any Caribbean people here? It is. Oh, it's very early. Where are you from, man? Trinidad. Oh, gosh. Your mother know you're here? Yes, being raised Caribbean, being raised by West Indian parents is very different. Don't let them come into the living room and catch you smiling ear to ear. Oh my God. Nothing makes them more mad than to see you happy. Oh, you're good. You're happy. Your belly full and you're happy. You're laughing. Kiki. You're like, why are you mad? Didn't you come here to give me a better life? Why are you mad now? Why are you like this? Listen, being raised by immigrants, it's a little bit like being raised by wolves. They thrive in the wild. They have a pack mentality. And they might eat their young if they embarrass them. I used to come out to my mom once a month and she just kept saying weird stuff. You need a white boyfriend. I was like, what? Ma, I'm gay. She's like, I go send you on vacation to Germany. Like, what does that mean? Why do you... That's weird that you would say that. I am gay and I'm out, which is not very popular in the Caribbean community. Last year, I went for the very first time to the Dyke March. Yes, if you haven't been, you walk down Fifth Avenue, and the tradition is that it ends in Washington Square Park, and people jump into the fountain. Yes, and that's when I discovered that my sexual identity is black, because I wasn't gonna jump in that dirty ass water. I was like, I think they got herp angina in that water. I don't want that. But I think that is my time, so thank you so much.
Let's hear it one more time for Nadine. Wow, shout out to the gay people in the house. Shout out to the children of immigrants. Man, we've really been through it. But Pride Month is next month, so get out of here, straights. Up next, we have someone who hosts a monthly brunch comedy show at Jonn Does Pub. And the next one is Saturday the 16th at 1 p.m. Gay people love nothing more than brunch. Everyone, welcome Erin Long.
Thank you. Here, I do have a prop if you could hold on to that for me, but you don't open it. It's classified. Okay. How are we doing? I'm honored being the one staple white person on the show tonight. That makes me feel awesome. But if anyone wants to scream in my face on their way out, that's fine. Sesh mentioned, Sesh left. Oh no, she's right there. Sesh mentioned, she asked if anyone knew anyone with weird names. I'm just gonna say I definitely don't know anyone with weird names, because I think everyone's names are really perfect and beautiful in their own way. Right. And that's on tape. Anyway, who likes to trauma dump in this room? We got trauma dumpers? Yeah, okay, fine. I guess I'll go. I have the mic. Now, when I was in 11th grade, I almost killed myself. Probably should have trigger word. Trigger. Almost killed myself after learning I did not get the lead role in my high school spring musical production of Hello, Dolly. Listen, I'm not like the other girls. I'm undiagnosed. And I was gonna make that show about me one way or another, okay? Before Charlie XCX, it was me. I was the OG brat, or as my dad would like to call me, a huge cunt. And for that reason and many more, I have started the process of finding a therapist for the first time. Thank you. Do we have people in therapy in here? Yeah? You guys like it? Good for you. My friends have been really supportive. They're telling me all about it. They're saying things like, Erin, you'll probably go through a lot of therapists till you find the right one for you. You're gonna go through a few breakups with your therapist till you find the right fit. Okay, it's kind of starting to sound a lot like dating. something that I'm also really fucking bad at and that I hate. Like, do you guys want me to go to therapy or not? Great question. Actually, someone give me a reason right now why I should go to therapy. Maybe not specific towards me, but like, why anyone should go to therapy or I'm going to cancel my appointment. Go.
Depression.
Okay. Fair. Anyone else? Okay, fine, I'll go. I'll go. But I don't think it'll be hard for me to find a therapist for me. My only two main requirements are, one, they have to think I'm the funniest person in the world without saying that I use humor as a defense mechanism, because I don't fucking do that, okay? And two, they have to make me come. I'm sorry, I thought we were dating. I dabble a little bit with alcoholism. Yeah, I didn't ask to be born. But I'm not afraid to sit at a bar by myself. You know, I try and look busy. I'll bring my laptop. I'll, work on show stuff, send emails, write jokes. I try and look productive so I don't just look like an alcoholic, which I'm sure is something alcoholics do. Now, based off personal experience, if anyone was trying to dabble in alcoholism, I have some tips. I don't recommend attempting to do anything really important after drinking 6 sangaritas. And a sangarita is a margarita with a splash of sangria in it. Because apparently, new social security cards with a Z.com is not the official government website to order a new social security on if you lost your social security card. Who would have known that? But everything's fine. Everything's fine. Joke is on the scammers, because unless, they pay off some of my credit cards, they're not putting anything in my name. Joke's on you. But who actually has really good credit is the 5-year-old I nanny for. We have nannies in the house? Cool. He has perfect credit. He has an Amex in his name that his parents pay off right away. So his credit is perfect, but he's actually really great. He's always treating me. He'll take me out to like nice steak dinners, lattes every day, acai bowls. He never lets me touch that bell. She's just not that kind of guy. It's not how I'm raising him. Let's see here. Yeah, well, I guess I'll just talk to you guys about nannying. No one can relate, but it's fine. Don't do it. There's not a lot of perks when it comes to nannying, which I think is crazy, because I thought I was taking care of the most important thing in your life. But that offer you gave me, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you fucking hate your kids. So there's not a lot of perks, so you have to find them, right? So if they say help yourself to anything in the fridge, yeah, I was planning on it. I already have 5 cheese sticks and 10 granola bars in my bag that I'm taking home with me. I may have also taken a few heavy-duty trash bags. Maybe just like 1 or 2 rolls of your Continental, because I live with Sesh. Because even if I'm a nanny, like, I still deserve to wipe my ass with something that's not going to dissolve into my crotch like cotton candy, I was raised in the early 2000s. So I like to say I wasn't raised by my parents, but I was raised by reality television. So I thought we could thank the trifecta of early 2000s TV for raising me into who I am today. And those shows would be, if I could get a drum roll, MTV's Jersey Shore, Lifetime's Dance Moms, and last but not least, TLC's Jonn and Kate Plus 8. And this brings me to my prop. Who knows about Jonn and Kate Plus 8 here? Okay. If you don't know, I'll tell you all about it. Jonn and Kate Plus 8 was one of TLC's very first reality television shows. Came out in 2008, I was 9. And it focused on, one sec. Focused on these two. Jonn and Kate Gosling of Reading, Pennsylvania. Couple who fucking hated each other, and their 8 badass kids. And I was hooked. I didn't miss an episode, not a single one. When I accepted Jonn and Kate into my heart as my Lord and Savior, the very first thing that I did was go to my mom's holiday hairdresser, Aubrey, and I demanded, I didn't ask, because that's not what she would do. She wouldn't ask. I demanded for Kate Gosling's signature cunty bob. And you know what? I thought this would have been refreshing for Aubrey, because up until this point, I was going in and begging for the black girl hairstyles out of the Essence hair magazines and being told no over and over again. And I get it now, I get it. But you can't explain cultural appropriation and hair texture to a 9-year-old. And honestly, she didn't get it either. This was Central PA. She just didn't know how to do that. But I finally found something that I could have, something obtainable. Still pushback. Guys, Aubrey, she's like, Aaron, you know, I probably could give you this very mature haircut. But I just want you to know that you'll probably be the only 9-year-old on the playground with this very country bob. But there's something that I want you guys to know about me. There's something you should know. What my daddy doesn't know, what my daddy doesn't understand, what no one understands about me is, like, I just always knew. What my daddy doesn't get, what he doesn't understand about me is I always knew that I was gonna be a cunt way before he ever fucking called me one, okay? Thank you, I'm Aaron Long. Thanks for having me.
Aaron Long, everybody. Oh my, that is iconic. Iconic. God, one of my first like big fights with my parents was cutting my hair because they wanted it very, very long. Like when I was little, it was like past my butt, and like I wanted, like even then, I wanted the bisexual bob so badly, like, and they denied that for years. So, I applaud you. All right, okay, let's keep it going. Our next comic performs all over the city. Please welcome Sage C. Woo!
Yeah. Thank you for having me, guys. This is so cool. What do I want to talk about? You guys like K-pop? Sure. Okay. Here's the thing, I don't like listen to K-pop. I just like what it's done for Asian men. You know, like when I first moved to America, I never saw white chicks talk to Asian guys, and now white women are coming up to me to talk about how much they love Korean culture. And Korean music, which is crazy, because I'm Filipino. But I don't really care, dude. I'll take advantage of it, you know? Like the other night, some chick came up to me and she's like, so, do you speak Korean? And I was just like, un poquito. Mamacita. It's not even Tagalog. I am an immigrant. I moved here from the Philippines like 10 years ago. Yeah. Anyone else get catfished by the American dream? Yeah. But one thing I notice about Americans that makes Americans different from people from other countries is there's like a disproportionate amount of Americans that are like excited to join the U.S. military. Dude, nobody wants to join the Philippine military. Like, I would never defend my country. And whenever I say that to my American friends, they're like, oh, you coward, you pussy. You wouldn't defend your country? I'll defend my country, I'm brave. I'm just like, dude, that's easy for you to say. Your country spends $1 trillion on the military every year. My country has like 3 tanks and Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying that joining the U.S. military isn't brave. Okay, it is brave. I'm just saying that joining the U.S. military is like joining a basketball team with LeBron James and Michael Jordan. And joining the Philippine military is like joining a high school chess team. And then making them play basketball against LeBron James and Michael Jordan. It's unfair. I'll talk a bit more about the Philippines. The Philippines, fun fact about the Philippines, 13 or 12 or 13% of Filipinos actually identify as LGBT. That's the highest percentage in the world. You guys, accent, you guys know about the black accent. Famous phenomenon popularized by you. What you mean? I'm gonna show you. You ever seen any movie with Aquafina? Well, okay, so it's, yeah. You guys probably know it, but phenomenon, non-black people use a black voice to try and act cool. A lot of my non-black friends do it, white friends, Asian friends do it, but it's fucked up because they'll do it to hit on girls. Oh, no. Yeah. Like, they'll be talking to me like, hey, dude, good to see you. Then they'll go up to these girls like, yo, 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 what up, shouty? And I'll just be like, Prakash, you're from Bangladesh. You're not allowed to use that voice. And guys, it is really offensive, but it's kind of flattering, you know? Nobody does that with the Chinese voice, okay? I don't see white dudes going to bars hitting on girls like, hello, beautiful. Let me grab your number. You guys weren't as comfortable with the Chinese accent. I wasn't gonna do it. Then I saw him do the Japanese accent. I was like, okay, I can do it. Okay, what else I want to talk about? I'm a fan of ads. You guys like. I know. I like advertisements. Unpopular opinion. But the thing is, I like ads because if you're willing to watch ads, things are cheaper, right? Like Spotify is cheaper on the ad-supported tier. Netflix is cheaper on the ad-supported tier. Like, that's a good business model, you know? I wish we could apply that to more industries, you know? Like, medical bills are so expensive. Like, how dope would it be if there's an ad-supported tier for the medical industry? Like, you're in the middle of your colonoscopy. The doctor's sticking a plastic tube up your ass, and he's just like this tube up your ass, State Farm is there. You get a prosthetic leg for cheaper, but on the side it just says DraftKings. There's like a QR code, people can scan it for discounts. You're at the strip club, instead of paying the stripper, she's just motorboating you. She's like, has anyone in your family been involved in an accident? If so, call the number in my titties. All right, I'll finish off on this one. I feel like you can tell a lot about the state of the world based on how slang evolves, you know? Like, the word for money has changed over the years. Like, when boomers were talking about money, they referred to it as bacon, like, babe, bring home the bacon. When millennials were talking about money, they referred to it as cheddar, like, let's get that cheddar. And now a lot of Gen Z people, when they talk about money, they refer to it as bread, like, let's get that bread. And I think that just shows how badly, like, inflation has fucked my generation. Because as we've gone from boomer to Gen Z, the word for money has gone from the more expensive parts of the sandwich to, like, the cheapest parts of the sandwich. And dude, some Gen Zers are so poor, they don't even say, let's get that bread. Some of us are so poor, we just say, let's get the bag. No sandwich included. Anyways, give it up to you guys. Give it up for this great cause. Thank you for having me.
Another round for my fellow Filipino sage. All right, I am just gonna shout out one more time all the food in the bag. Like, really, please eat it. You already bought a ticket. I don't care. I just don't want to like take the things home. So it's really all for y'all. Up next, you know, when I'm supposed to like introduce people, I'm trying to like say their bio and then say their name. But for this person, it just says heated rivalry. Enough said. Everyone, welcome Brandon Ash Muhammad.
What's up? Oh my God, hi, I'm here. Straight from Canada. What's up? Y'all wanna be me? You can't. You can't. Canadian, not me specifically. Guys, my name's Brandon Ash Muhammad. Yes. 3 names, 3 talents. Yes. Doctor, actress, freak. It's fun. It's amazing. I love it. I know I stand here as this stunning example of business and beauty acumen. Yes, but I am in fact very humble. Yes, thank you. Yes, I was once, I'm so humbled, I was once a security guard. Yeah. A security guard at the Dollar Tree. I did it. Yeah, support the troops. Come on, what? What? Come on. I served my duty. What is? I don't know what it is. Purple Hearts. I got one. I did it. Looking for a soldier in here. Where they at? It's me. Attention. Okay. Yes. I don't know. People always ask me the same question about that. They're like, okay, like they always ask me who stole the most. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know it's problematic of me to say this, but it was undoubtedly me. Yes. But, you know, those days are behind me. I'm in a relationship. Yes. He is 130 pounds. I'm 260 pounds. Yeah, it's weird to date your divisible number. But we did it. We do it. I realized something in this relationship. I realized that I don't like being called daddy. Yeah, and that's because I feel like it's inaccurate, right? I feel like my vibe is more auntie. Right? Like if you saw me walking down the street, you wouldn't be like, damn daddy, you'd be like, she can cook. Right. Yes. I know that I'm in my auntie era because recently my boyfriend pointed out that every time we have sex, I am wearing a bonnet. Yeah. And I have a very specific bonnet. It's light blue with white polka dots. Yeah, so every time we have sex, it looks like he's fucking the Bernstein Bear Mom. Yeah. I like this joke because the people that can laugh can usually read. The rest of you, homophobic. Homophobic. What else I want to talk about? Oop. I fucked the phone. I don't need it. It was trying to sabotage me. I said, I'm a survivor. Okay, I'm a survivor. That's really, see, it's funny. I used to do this thing every 3 years where I used to switch from an iPhone to an Android. Yeah, and I'm bi with phones. And the reason why I would do this is because I found out that Apple was using child labor. And I was like, I can't support that. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a Samsung Galaxy. Yeah, but then I found out that Samsung also uses child labor. Yeah, so then I went back to iPhone because like the quality. And it's like, okay, both iPhones and Android use child labor. But with Androids, you can tell children made it. Yeah. So yeah, I support Apple because I support children that are good at their job. What? Yeah, who's got an Android? Child abuse. Get her. Okay, so my first name is Brandon, my last name is Muhammad, and because of that, people get confused on how to pronounce Brandon. Yeah. They'll always be like, Brandon! And I was like, Brandon! I was like, shut the fuck up. I looked it up, and I've always hoped that even though Brandon, it sounds kind of plain, I always hoped it was more interesting. Because I kind of feel like me being named Brandon and being this exotic is kind of like if Beyonce was named Ruth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ruth, can you handle this? She can. She can. It was handled. Ruth handled it. What else about me? Ooh, okay. I find that straight people love to tell me their secrets. Straight people love to tell me their secrets, and I found the secrets of straight women very different than the secrets of straight men. Because the secrets of straight women will always be like this. It'll be like, in high school, I was in a high-speed chase, and I killed a police officer. Yeah, and then a straight guy's secrets will be like, yo, bro, in high school, I watched Glee. And it's like, okay, straight women want gay men to confirm that they are good people, while straight men want gay men to confirm that they are not also gay men. That's the thing. That's the math. I love this thing that straight guys do. I love this thing where they won't watch things or they won't do something because they think it's gay, right? Like my brother does that. Growing up, he wouldn't watch reality TV with me because he was like, that's gay. Can't do that. But then he would watch the WWE. So I was like, okay, suspicious. I looked it up, and the WWE is essentially the first and longest running reality TV show. So it's like, straight men, you don't like reality TV, you invented it. But I do think gay men have perfected it, and that is because our shows are just so much more interesting. They're so much better. A show for gay men by gay men will be like this. It'll be like 8 women, 1 house. 4 are drunk, and 4 are pregnant. They need to figure out who's both. Coming to Bravo. Yeah, and then reality shows for straight guys will always be like this. It'll always be like 5 storage lockers. That's it. That's it. And then it gets canceled after the first season because someone says the N-word. That's fun. What else about me? Okay, guys, I was on the show Heated Rivalry. That's fun. That's a fun fact about me. I play Sean, and people do ask me the same question about it all the time. They're like, did you know that it was going to be this big success? And I was like, the only thing I know is I was the only gay character that didn't get any dick. Right. Yeah, that's my thing. I remember reading the scripts, and I was like looking at it, and it was like everyone was getting dick, everyone was getting ass. I go to my part, and they're like, you're serving quiche. You're serving quiche. That's the fun part of Heated Rivalry. I love to be the only person in Heated Rivalry that practiced abstinence. Loved it. I'll go back to straight guys. You guys like, fuck Heated Rivalry. Okay, so this shocking thing happened to me recently. What happened was I found out that my cousin was also gay. Yeah, exactly. What happened was my mom called me and she was like, your cousin is also gay. Yeah, that's crazy. So what happened is my aunt called my cousin and she was like, oh my God, I know that Richard is gay because I found out that he hooked up with a guy. How? I read his diary. Yeah, and I was like, okay, the first sign wasn't that he had a diary? Right? Like, I've never seen a diary and been like, something straight is happening in there. Right? Like, I've never read a diary and read, Dear Diary, football was actually sick today. My balls are itchy. XOXO Gossip Girl. And that is because straight men do not write diaries, right? They write manifestos. Oh, okay, this is too dark for you guys. Okay. Do you guys know what PrEP is? Okay, who doesn't know what PrEP is? Okay, everyone knows what PrEP is. I know where we are. So if you don't know what PrEP is a medication that gay men take so when they have sex, they don't get HIV and or AIDS. I found out that when I take it, I get itchy. I get hives. I know, it was like not me being allergic to not getting AIDS. Yeah. I was like, ugh. Can you imagine? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of ironic that my doctor gave me this medication so I wouldn't get HIV, but when I take it, I get HIV-ES. And yeah. But he's warned me. He's like, you could if it's in things, you can still be allergic. So now anytime someone's like, does anyone have a nut allergy? I can be like, in a way. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Heated Rivalry spinoff, anyone? It's all about Brandon? Let's manifest that. All right, we only have a couple more comics left for y'all, but this has been an amazing night. Let's keep it going. Our next performer hosts weekly at Tip Top Bar and Grill every Sunday, and a monthly show at Hatch every last Monday. Please welcome Miss Fallen.
Thank you. Shout out to Brandon. Straight men do have diaries, but they call them journals. So a little bit about me. My name's Miss Fallen, and growing up, I was always told by my friends that I had the spirit of a white man. That's what they told me. They told me that because I would, strike up a conversation with strangers, apply for jobs I'm not qualified for, and ask people where they're from, originally. And, in case you're curious, I'm East African. And you may be confused. You're like, East African? Most East African women have a fat ass. But God, He put my fat ass in my forehead. That's actually why I don't always brush it all the way back. I'm trying to stay modest. I don't want to break up any, happy homes. Hey, eyes down here. All right? All these lustful eyes in the room, that's crazy. But no, a little bit more about me. I don't really tell people I do comedy. I want to go back, actually. I want to go back to that time that no one knew I did comedy because, you know, my personal brain is still recovering from spoken word poetry. Because I spoke like this and talked like that. People thought I was vegan. I thought I was vegan. I like my wings flat and fried hard, thank you very much, you know. Another thing they thought I was ethically non-monogamous. Which I think had more to do with the fact that I live in Bushwick. But, you know, it's crazy because I'm a little crazy. Like the amount of time I want to spend with a guy when I'm dating him, like this last guy, he didn't want to hang out for like the 8th day in a row. So I like lured him over to my car to talk about it. You know, needless to say, he don't really like to come to my car anymore, you know. But, you know, the monogamy is not even ethical. How could I be ethically non-monogamous? You know, how could I do that? And this other thing that they assume about me, because I did spoken word poetry, is that I had, you know, all natural hair, all natural nails, everything. That one's true. But that's more because I'm cheap. You know? Like this last guy, he invited me to his house party. I was trying to impress him, so my cheap ass bought press-on toenails. Do you know what else was cheap? The glue. The glue. I'd like to tell you I was walking around this house party with a trail of toenails following me. But no, his dog ate him right up. Talk about a man's best friend. But a few days later, I hear his dog's at the vet, and I felt so bad. He loved that dog. So naturally, I wrote him a poem. Nico's perseverance fighting tooth and nail reminds us all to push forward, to prevail. You can snap on that. Needless to say, me and Nico's owner are now in a non-ethical monogamous relationship. Shout out to us. But yeah, I just came back from Portland. Shout out to Portland. You know, Portland is interesting. I feel like Portland is probably like the home of the free bleeder. You know, a lot of cargo pants, a lot of ponytails. I feel like there's a woman named Sarah who free bleeds in Portland and has a child named Wolf. That's the vibe there. But I was feeling spontaneous, so I got my hair cut in Portland, right? Didn't even look up the salon, nothing, right? And I had to do that because my dead ends were getting so bad that when I caught wind, they would kind of just like say mean things in my ears. So I was like, it's time, right? So I go to the salon and I walk in to get my hair cut and I look at the hairstylist and I'm like, can you do this hair? Simple question. Hairstylist goes, we accept all types of hair here. Which was a non-answer, you know? So I'm like, you know, we're here already. Took like a $20 Uber to get here, fuck it. We're here. And she starts doing my hair and she started saying things that deeply concern me. Oh my God. She's doing my hair and she's like, I knew I could do it. She's brushing my hair and she's like, you got a stubborn patch here. I'm just black. It's snappy. And then also, she put this product in and she's like, this is supposed to make your hair springy. No one has ever called black hair springy or used that word to describe it. Needless to say, I did get it cut, but that's also why it's up in a bun. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear about me, my coochie hair, or my period? Yes. Coochie hair, okay. So a little bit more about my cooch. So I already told you guys that I'm cheap, and that's just a good preface. for this next joke. But no, I feel like when it's cold out, I let my hair grow everywhere, and the longer it grows, the more powerful I feel. I feel like Samson. I look like Chewbacca, but there's still a Philistine out there trying to get me to wax it off. That's what I call men from Philly. But nothing makes me feel more powerful than waxing my own cooch. I do that. I told you I'm cheap. It's not a recession indicator. And like the mental fortitude required to put hot wax on my labia. I'm not even talking about pulling it off. I'm talking about the moment before. You know, it's like when you kind of feel the tension, your hair follicles, your past, your present, your future. It's like the moment before Thanos snapped, you know? It's like the moment before God said, let there be light. It's actually like the moment you walk out of a store with stolen goods and wait for the beep. Yeah, there's like 2 laughs. That's why my purse is in a safe place, because they steal in here. But I will share one more joke about my period, since you know we're in Cooch Fest right now. My mother cried when I got my period. She boo-hooed. She's like, my baby's not a baby anymore. And I was like, she had no idea I was being bullied. These GMO chicken-eating bitches got their period at like 8. I'm 13. I'm like, wipe your tears. We're up, you know? And when I got my period, I was so hyped. I wasn't even allowed to wear tampons. I had to wear pads, but I still bought a 20-pack with my birthday money. Just to go to school and like accidentally drop them. Just to flex. I'd be like, I'm so sorry, did I drop those? That's a Tampax Pearl. I can swim in those. My bad, I'm a woman, you know? And if you're doing something right, you have a hater. My hater, she looked at me, she goes, Tampax Pearl? Well, I wear a Sport Super. If you've ever bought tampons, you know that Super's the largest size. And I couldn't let her have it. I told you I was waiting 5 years for this. So I look at her, I go, Sports Super? What are you? A whore? My name is Miss Fallon. Thank you for your time.
Let's give it up again for Miss Fallon. All right, before we bring up our final comedian of the evening, I wanted to bring someone up to talk a little bit more as to the reason why we're here and where these funds are going to. So please give a round of applause to my friend, Nikki.
I just want to start off with saying I'm not funny, so keep the bar to the floor, okay? Hi, my name is Nikki. I am Filipino. And I always say that Filipino is like the only nationality that it's not problematic to profile, because who wouldn't want to be Filipino? So I work for the Mission to End Modern Slavery. It is a nonprofit based in Queens. Any Queens heads in the house? Yes, great. That aims to empower migrant workers to lead the movement to fight labor trafficking and wage theft. We provide case management, trainings, research, advocacy for migrant workers, to migrant workers, organizing campaigns for their rights and dignity. And just really appreciative of this space and this event fundraising for our work in supporting grassroots migrants-led movements. Just imagine trying to organize an event with all of our immigrant aunties and uncles. That is our day-to-day work. Convincing them to make time on their one day off from work to go to a meeting, empowering them to fight. That is the painstaking work that is that we do, and that what events like this are contributing to. So yeah, I just want to echo the point that Nadine brought up earlier, in that in the midst of a lot of terrible news and grief and rage, that we need space for joy and laughter. And, you know, even our immigrant experiences and those of our families are so painful. And so needing to be able to laugh at ourselves and our experience and with each other is so important. So thank you again for tonight. We are so appreciative, and come talk to me after.
All right, before I bring up our last guest, I guess I'll just do all of the fun announcements now. I see one pan de coco left, a couple ube breads, and some sugar ube cookies. So eat that, or else I don't want to take it home. I really don't want to take it home. Lastly, let's give a quick shout out to House of Nancy. That's Darren, Jason, Willow, Karima, and Jonathan behind the bar. Thank you. Tip your bartenders. Truly heartfelt thanks to you for allowing us to have this space. I think you guys really are, I know you haven't even opened up yet, but for the poetry salon we had this past week, this event today, you've already exemplified yourself as like a community space. So I think that this is really an exciting partnership, and I'm excited for what you guys will bring to the community in the future. Yeah. All right. Last but not least, she went on Seth Meyers. Follow her on social media at Hutho Comedy on Instagram. Let's have a round of applause for Hutho Hersey.
Guys, I need everyone to keep it going for all the comedians. Stop it. Stop it. The comedians are so funny. I also, I mean, you guys can hear, but it's fine. This is for my ego. I need the mic. Oh my God. And then also, one more time for the cause, honey. Y'all better donate. Y'all better give the money, all the money. Thank you. Okay. Yes. It's so funny. People talking about the immigrant experience. I am Somali. I'm Somali. You can tell. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious, but I just felt the need to say it. But I was born and raised in Toronto, Canada, right? And when I tell people I'm Canadian, they're like, "Why are you here? What's going on? Why are you here?" Okay, so I am an immigrant, but it's like VIP. You know what I mean? I did leave a better place to come here, very VIP, very VIP. What do I want to talk to you guys about? So I'm Black, Muslim, and a woman, and thank you. And there are, I deal with a lot of bigotry, but hands down, my favorite kind is, I do have a favorite kind. We have to have a favorite kind, you know what I mean? My favorite kind is kind of goofy racism. Right? It's like when they try to hurt your feelings, but they miss. Right? And you're like, joke's on you, goofball. Okay. The best example was when I was a kid. My mom was taking us to school. We were late. And, she's driving in the car. She's speeding. Okay. She cuts a white guy off in traffic. Right? He's furious. He pulls up parallel to our car. He's also driving, looks my mother dead in the eye and goes, "Why don't you go ride a camel?" Camels are majestic creatures. Stop it. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, stop it. Also, don't want to brag, but Somalia has the highest number of camels in the world, so pretty educated racist, thank you. Personalized insult for me, thank you. Yeah, I love goofy racism. Trump did a lot of that in his first term. Now it's scary. He's transitioned. It's fully scary now. There are no punchlines anymore. It's fully scary. Fully scary time now. What else do I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, if you'll indulge me, I want to do something a little different tonight. There's all this talk in comedy about getting canceled. Right? People are scared. White guys, people are scared. Right? Say the wrong thing, career over, done. And I thought, why don't I lean into that and share some thoughts that can get me canceled? Let's test the strength of my career. Okay, so I have it here. I have the list here. Okay, and I'll start off genuine with thought number one. Thought number one, I feel like society genuinely does not allow men to be fully human. Right? Men should be allowed to cry. Men should share their feelings. Okay? I don't want to hear it though. I can't. Oh my God. I can't. Oh my God. Honey, as the whites say, I have too much on my plate. I can't. Stop it. I can't be Black, Muslim, a woman, and then ask you how your day is going. I refuse. I'm not doing that. No thanks. Off of that, I don't really like to shake hands with men, specifically straight guys, because I realize, not for religious reasons, haram, but not haram alert, but Not just for that, but because I realized what urinals are. They're not washing their hands. Stop it. Stop it. They're not doing that. Stop it. When I'm at like a typical comedy club, I like to do a poll. I go, clap if after every time you use a urinal, you wash your hands. A lot of the men not even clapping. They're like, I don't care. They're not even trying to lie, you know? They're like, yeah, I gave my girlfriend a yeast infection. What up? You know, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. It's really crazy. So when you think about it, every straight guy's hand just covered in penis and pee, right? Two straight guys shaking hands, pretty gay. Gay. It's pretty gay. That hurts their feelings, but it shouldn't, but it should. What else do I want to say? Oh, next thought. Baby boomers, what an awful group of people. Oh my God, honey, it doesn't even matter race, religion, they're all terrible. They're all terrible, okay? Burdens, all of them. Here's the thing, they're burdens. They're like, I don't want to be a burden, but they are. They are, actually. They're the most burdensome, okay? They are tanking government, the housing market, the environment, terrible people. And they can't cancel me because they don't know how to use a computer, so it's fine. It's all good. Here's the thing, growing up Somali, we were taught culturally we don't do retirement homes. We don't do that, okay? The elderly in your family, they die with you. You are the nursing home, okay? Tough, but, and so when I was young at school, I would bond with all the other Asian kids and Latin kids at school, same cultural values, and we would talk shit about white people, right? We'd go, oh my God, they put Nana away. They only visit her twice a year. Then I got older and I was like, fucking genius! Whoa! Oh my God! Hate to say it, the whites are right. I hate to say it. Oh my God, I owe the Caucasian community an apology. Sorry. Brilliant plan. Oh my God. Here's the thing, not all old people are nice, right? A lot of them jail, okay? And that's what we've got. I hate baby boomers. What else? Clap if anyone here only smokes cigarettes. Okay, great. Yes. Okay, now, different poll. Clap if you vape. Okay, yes, good. You guys are honest about that. I like that. Here's the thing. Cigarette smokers, superior group. Here's why. They know to take that shit outside. Decorum, couth. They've got it. Okay? They're like, I'm only going to take myself down. Okay? I'm at the CVS, people are vaping next to the stroller, blowing smoke in the infant's face. Where is it? Where is the decorum? It's not in the room with us. It's not. So, you know, vapors, vapist. That's maybe a little harsh. Figure out a name and get it together. What else? What else do I want to... Oh, okay. This one, I'll end on this. Here's the thing. White people, all three of you here tonight. You guys know. Stop it right now. White people in this country don't have the best reputation. I think we can all agree. Historically, hasn't been great. Present day, it's also not great. Okay? Hopefully in the future, you get it together. But I will say this. My favorite use of white priv, and I have a favorite use, honey, of white priv is when I go on Amazon, honey, and I read these detailed product reviews. Stop it right now, honey. Cheryl in the Midwest, she's helping me decide what kettle to get. Pros and cons list, 4 paragraphs, honey. Stop it, okay? Cheryl, honey, she is not worried about police brutality. She is taking all of that extra energy, she's putting it into the product review. Stop. Oh my God, I love Cheryl. And I'm not done, okay? 2 weeks later, Cheryl's coming back. She's updating the product review with many photos, plural photos. I love Cheryl. Stop it. So if you're white, this is a small thing you can do for black and brown people. Write that detailed product review. Thank you. That's what we need. That's how I know I'm also out of shape. I'm winded. And I just talked about how much I love Cheryl. Anyway, you guys have been great. Before I go, I better not see you guys rush out. I better see everyone swarming. Nikki is your name, correct? Yeah? Y'all better be swarming her. Y'all better be eating the food. Thank you. Okay, anyways, you guys have been great. Have a great night. Thank you. Let's welcome back your host.
All right, that's our show, everybody. Thank you so much. Please hang out. Please mingle. Eat the snacks. Eat the snacks. Eat the snacks. I'm not taking anything home.
Great.
Okay, I'm not taking anything home. And fuck ice. Anything else?
If you want an after, my gay Filipino group is doing karaoke at Mood Ring, which is 4 minutes away. So come through.
Okay, Mood Ring. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
Tonight we had a comedy show here. We are bringing more comedy to the space along with all types of events, drag, burlesque, open mics, live music. So anything goes here at House of Nancy, and we're excited to welcome you on June 5th at our grand opening.